Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to episode number 4 of Deep Meaningful Cuts.
What's up?
Yeah, it's been a while, I guess, so don't mind a bit of laughter there. But yeah, today's gonna be our first. Well, it's not a solo episode because there's two of us. First double episode.
Yeah.
But don't worry, you're gonna get to know us hopefully this episode and get to know a bit more about our lives, our businesses, our stories. We'll try and make it as interesting as possible. Today. Because I feel like, it's always great to have guests on, but we actually probably are overdue an episode of just ourselves.
Yeah.
Definitely. Where we can, I suppose, talk about ourselves and how we kind of got to know each other.
Then you'll know why it's been so long since we've had our last episode.
Yeah, we kind of do always an apology. Like, it was like this podcast was something we wanted to keep doing regularly, but yeah, I suppose life just gone the way, and we'll get into that later on the podcast, or maybe early enough. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, Jamie, how would you say? How do you think we got to know each other, or what?
How we got to know each other? Well, I think
How did it come about?
in my mind, anyway, we were playing Ga. I think that's how, because we didn't go to school together. So
No.
I think Gaelic, we were young playing Gaelic for the Colin Kills and Bettystown there. And then just friends of friends, then just hanging around, going for dips, training.
Yeah, it just I think we'd probably be mutual friends, didn't we? Like, we played Gaelic. I was the age group above you. You're the age group below. We'd still play on the same team and that. But I think it just naturally came, doesn't it? You kind of grow out of when you get a bit older of your schoolmates and your other groups, and you just kind of gravitate towards people that you're friends with.
Yeah,
you become friends with new people, and they become friends with new people, and if you're similar enough or sound enough, you kind of just gravitate towards each other. But
yeah, living in the same area, having the same interests, like you're gonna pull together. So
100%. Yeah, the Gaelic definitely. That's me and Jamie. We both played for St. Colin Kills, our local team there. We still both play a bit now. So yeah.
Part time.
Yeah, I'm like you're saying there. I'm like an age group above Jamie, so I'm 23 now. I just turned 23 in June. You're still 21. But you're basically turning 22, aren't you?
Yeah, in August. So next a month and a bit.
So you're basically 22. So there's like really a year between us. But yeah, no, just thought it'd be important to let the people know we're listening to the last few episodes, But yeah, that's kind of how it happened. And then for fast forward a bit, I think through COVID we definitely got closer. We were playing, on the same team for the adult football, and then we suddenly,
we were just doing a lot of training. We were going for swims after training. We were going for coffees.
Yeah.
Grub, loads of food.
It was all based around that though. I think it was during COVID. I suppose we would have got close and got to know each other quite well, and that's all you really had. Like, your socialising was kind of going out playing your Gaelic football and training. Now this is towards the end of COVID, obviously, because I think at the start you couldn't really. Yeah. It was very, very restrictive. But yeah, definitely through COVID, I think I met a lot of people through COVID.
Yeah, sure. I think that's mad, because I didn't even know you in school. Like, I don't think really, as in we weren't hanging around or anything. Like.
No, like,
that's not even long.
You went to school.
We're only friends like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I know. It is mad.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like, I would have went to school in primary school in Daragh, and then obviously school locally here, and then you would have went to Balbriggan, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I went to secondary school in Balbriggan, Irish school.
But yeah, and then I suppose how we really got close then. Well, we were already close enough. I suppose we were good mates after kind of COVID and playing football together, and then having similar mates. And then I'd say college then?
College, definitely.
So we're doing the same degree. I decided to do an internship work placement, which added on an extra year, so made my degree 4 years. And then you decided to just go into your final year, kind of the same as doing like your TY. You basically skipped TY for college. You just skipped
exactly. Yeah. Thank God. Jesus, 3-year business degree. Look, done.
Yeah. In and out, kind of. All
so
done.
Final year, then we were together pretty much every day. We drive in, me, you, and another fella, Mark, from here. Yeah. Our good mate. So yeah, the three of us are just together every day, smacking roosters after college. Coffees.
It's mad, really, because like a lot of people, like, it's a very rare thing, I suppose, and it's great. If anyone doesn't know, our course, we studied business through Irish. Yeah. Or business in Irish.
Fully in Irish. Like, I have to explain that to people.
Our whole college course was in Irish. Our whole business course, which I actually thought it was really cool. Add an extra element to the business degree.
Definitely.
I'd say you're the same. Like, I went to Wales school for primary school. You went to Wales school?
I've never done any education in English. Like, primary, secondary, college, all in Irish, everything.
Your whole educational journey has been through Irish.
It's like my first
primary,
language,
secondary, and then college obviously third level,
Mm.
all through Irish.
That's
I just had my primary Gael school through Irish, and then secondary school I went to an English school, and then I still really like the Irish though. Like I had a really like strong interest in it still, and then when the opportunity came along, I still had my Irish kind of going into leaving cert, and heard about this, the course that we just have to finish it now.
Yeah, no, I think, and it's becoming a very popular course. Like when I did it, I didn't really know many people doing it. Obviously you and Mark, but
Yeah,
after that, but now there's like loads of people from my old school going through it, and it's a good course. I would recommend it.
Yeah, 100%. So, I suppose that's how we got to know each other. We ended up, finishing college. We're after finishing up college there, like I said, we were about in our final year, business and Irish,
and we passed. By the way,
we passed. So we're quite happy.
Delighted.
But I think mine was a lot through COVID. I think yours was the same. Did you have a year through COVID?
My first year was in COVID.
Yeah, I'd about 2 years through COVID. Or my internship as well. So basically most of my college I only had
crazy.
The start of first year, but kind of done, kind of all done now. College done. It's weird saying that. I suppose like I was saying earlier, that's the reason why the episodes have been lacking. Life got in the way, really, didn't it?
Yeah, we were just so busy. Like finishing college was just struggle.
Yeah.
But we got there, we done, and then you're training, social life, especially after college, you want to go out and enjoy yourself. So we just took a little hiatus, but we're back. Yeah,
because we were kind of like in a routine when we started the podcast. Like we were kind of, I suppose, when did we start this podcast?
And we're mad, right? Because I was actually thinking the other day, we started that podcast and we were so busy, but we just had this vision. We were like, no, we need to do this, but we were so busy, we're running our own businesses.
I don't even think we talked. We didn't even have a chance to talk how the podcast came about. It was when we decided to record. You decided to reach out to James Doyle, Protein Bar. I was like, I was going to record the video and edit it for you.
It was so last minute as well. I just texted him on Instagram and he's like, yeah, pull up or whatever. We'll do a cut and make a video. And I was like, straight on to Daragh. I know he's good at the video. So I was like, straight up, boom, record it. And then he was like, we make this a series. We keep going with this, just get new guests and talk, because it was good chat when we were cutting. So then we were just like, right, let's do a little podcast. So now we cut the guests here.
So that's where your barbering came in. So like I say, guys, Jamie's a phenomenal barber. After giving me a haircut there, because they're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see the cut the man's giving me, the trim from the gods. But I think when you're cutting James Doyle's hair, I thought it came to me anyway. I think came to you as well. I was like, we have to do a podcast. I was just thinking, if we turn this idea of giving a guest a haircut and then bringing them and doing a podcast, especially in Ireland, there's so many up and coming influencers, athletes, interesting people. For young people like ourselves, where we could have our thought outlook on things.
Of course, no, it's a good and we just ran with it. Then we came up with the idea, ran with it. And I think that next week we got all the equipment and we were like, right, let's go. and then we college kicked in. We're like, oh shit.
So we kind of started at the start of this year, where the college workload was manageable, and we were kind of in routine. We kind of had a set day for the podcast. But then, like I said, we recorded a few episodes. We've 3 episodes out now. This is our 4th, and the workload went up. For college, final year, so we're there having to put all our final year assignments. I'm glad I probably won't have to do an assignment ever again, but that kind of got in the way of things. And then work as well, I got really busy for us, work wise and college wise.
And you have to think as well, when you're getting guests on, it has to suit them too. So we were there, obviously our schedules are tight enough, and then the guests that we're getting on are obviously very busy as well with the profile of people that we're getting. So it was just hard to match up 3 schedules. But now we have a bit more time. We're a bit more flexible. So we're back.
Yeah, the profile we were getting were people similar to ourselves, where they were young. They're probably in college as well. So to get them on was very difficult. But listen, enough excuses us rambling on while we haven't uploaded episodes. Back. If you're still here, you're a legend. But let's just talk about our businesses now, because we were talking there, how we started the podcast and the aspect of the barbering, how you started getting into barbering and giving haircuts, because that's how it really all started. Was you gave James Doyle a haircut, we were recording it, we thought we were having good crack doing it. I was like, yes, turn this into a podcast. But let's just go back to you, how you actually started haircutting, bro. Right. Let's talk about it.
Right. So I think I was always kind of interested in barbering. I just found it really satisfying watching the videos on YouTube, and I don't know, I'm real I love satisfying videos, so I was like, right, watch that. But I think it only became like, I never even wanted to be a barber, but it only became like a thing in the lockdown. Then I was like, right, I'm gonna buy clippers and cut my brother's hair and learn how to do a fade. And then I just became obsessed with learning how to do a fade. Yeah. And I was like, fade. And I wanted to cut his hair every 3 or 4 days. Do you know what I mean? I was just obsessed. Like, and then my mates then were like, I was asking them, could I cut their hair? They're like, nah, no way. But after a while, everyone got desperate in the lockdown, so they were like, right, you can give us a fade here. So I was just flat out fading. Then I learned how to use the scissors, how to hold them. But yeah, really just lockdown, and just I was so obsessed with videos.
How long ago was that? What year was that now? Lockdown?
2020, I think it was. Like,
yeah,
I'm only cutting 3 years. Like
3 years.
And like only really cutting about a year and a half.
But you
2
really
years.
have been flat out for like, I'd say them 3 years.
Yeah, no, I've been
two,
I've probably cut like nearly every single day since then. Like, it's just been so busy.
Like, you've been so busy doing it, so you've gained so much experience, and like you've just
the lockdown just boosted me forward so much, because the experience, like I said, that I was getting, because everybody needed a haircut, so I was just cutting everybody, and even if it was bad, they were still coming back because they were my friends, they were supporting me. And then I just kept learning, and I was obsessed with learning and becoming the best. So I'm still obviously like that.
So it was kind of a lockdown thing for yourself.
Yeah,
like,
it was a hobby. It was just a hobby. Like,
it was a hobby. It was something you had an interest in. Yeah. It piqued you, and then you obviously seen the opportunity there, during lockdown to, give your lads, your best mates, a haircut, and then it kind of grew because you got so good at it. Really.
So then I decided to make a page and a TikTok, because TikTok started popping at that time.
Yeah.
So, and then they start going well, start getting a couple of thousand views and stuff, and I just got a buzz about it, and then start investing in like better tools, put a setup in the shed so I wasn't cutting outside. And it was just natural progression every time. But I never, even only now, like this, just Christmas gone, so only 6 months ago, did I say, right, I'm a barber. So I mean, only then did I accept it in my head, like, right, because it was mad, because people were coming up to me going, oh yeah, I see your cuts, you're a barber, or whatever, are you the barber? In my head, I'm not even a barber. So I was like, that's so weird, like, for me not even to identify like that, and people are thinking of me that way.
Yeah. But, and like you said, you're balancing with college as well, because we're about full time. We're just finished there, as we were saying, but yeah, to balance that too, it was hard. Like, you really didn't have a minute to yourself.
Yeah, but like, you're
going home from college and cutting in the evenings, weren't you? Really?
I was like, I was plumbing as well. I was plumbing, right?
Yeah, guys, imagine this. Like, so this fellow was not enough full time in college. Like, he was there doing the plumbing as well.
Yeah.
And then barbering. So, like, yeah, it was very hard. It's very hard to get a hold of him.
Yeah,
very hard to get a hold.
In second year of college,
and Gaelic football.
Yeah.
And then
and boxing.
You'd have and boxing and a man for a social life. Like,
yeah.
Jesus.
But anyway, I was doing in second year. This was mental. Like, when I just think back, we were in college or whatever. I think we were in 3 days a week. So I was in college, and then I come home and cut, and then or train, depending on the day. And then today's that I wasn't in college, I'd be plumbing, and then come home and cut or train, depending on the day. And it was just flat out, just every day. Boom. Yeah. Just
like, I'd say the one thing that would stand out for me about you is definitely your work rate.
But I always say as well, like, it doesn't feel like work to me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's very easy for me to go outside and cut because I enjoy it and I love it and I have the crack and chatting, and it's not like I'm never going waking up, oh, I need to go to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's not like I don't get drained. Sometimes I do, but
that's class though, and that's what I think everyone aspires to do, or a lot of people would do, is find something they're passionate about, and then if they can make an income from it.
Well, it's like you with the videos though. You're unbelievable at the edits, like, so. That's your talent though, and that's how you started with your business. So
yeah,
you talk to us now about you. How did you start?
Yeah, so for me, like, really, it's a mix. So, interesting enough, like, always growing up, I always was kind of a wheeler dealer, or always kind of wanted to be an entrepreneur on my own site. I know a lot of people would say that, but I'm being genuinely serious. Like, I remember when we go on holidays, I used to go down. So we used to be down in Clare or wherever. Because that's where my dad's from. So we go into Clare, there's a beach there. We used to stay in these holiday homes, and I go down to the beach. There's like these polycoles or places where you could like see little fish, and I used to get my bucket, collect fish. I'd come home back to the holiday home, and I'd put the fish into the bathtub and label it as an aquarium. And I used to charge kids to come in and look at the fish. Now these would be a load of I was probably like 7, 8, 9, or I don't know, like, young enough now. I was still in primary school. But yeah, I'd also, I think when I was on holidays, I used to go down, and I'd go down to the market. There used to be markets like on the weekend, and I'd buy like the knockoff movies. You know the movies that were in the cinema or were just in the cinema.
Someone's recording them on the
so the ones, you know, the dodgy ones that are burned. If like growing up, listen, I know it was a while ago. I can't get done for it now, but I was only a kid as well. But I go down and buy the movies in the cinema, and like my mum or dad, they had like this, like, you know, the portable DVD players. I'd bring the kids in as well. I'd have the portable DVD player. I'd put the movie in. I'd charge them in as well.
Yeah. So that's how you were always like that, had them tendencies.
Yeah, and then I used to sell sweets on the bus, like, but
like
I wouldn't sell them. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, you see them articles about kids. Like, the way I'd do it is I'd buy a pack of, like, do you remember Jawbreakers?
Yeah.
Like Gobstoppers.
Yeah.
So I'd buy a pack of them for maybe 20, 30 cents, whatever they were, and then I'd sell each one for 20 cents. So I'd make my money back and a little bit extra.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't like go out of my way to do it.
I used to do that.
I didn't want to be known as like, oh, that kid's going there selling chocolate and sweets. Like, not that I minded, but I was just kind of like, I'd always be able to make money or see an opportunity and then make my money back so I could buy more.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, when I was on holidays, I don't know, I was just, all them ideas are coming to me, and then it kind of just all
and
stopped.
how did you how did it then that turn into where you are now? Like, how did that come
So
about?
yeah, when I was in primary school, my best mate was into like film editing. John Farley, shout out to you. He actually listens to this podcast.
Yep.
He's living up. Well, he's actually living in Dublin now, but he moved up north. But he used to be like my childhood best friend. But he was into filmmaking and editing. And he got me into it. So he's a really good director now. He has a few movies coming out.
Really?
Yeah, shout out to him.
Damn.
Man, he's a very talented guy. But anyway, he got me into it. So he used to be into making these short movies and stuff. When we were kids, so he'd have his camera, he'd have his editing software, and then there was me. Like I said, I was sports mad kind of, so I loved the football, like the Gaelic, rugby, anything kind of, especially like the football and the Gaelic. So I just started kind of. I'd always be watching edits on YouTube or montages of the likes of Neymar, Ronaldo, Messi, and then he kind of got me into it. I learned how to edit through him, and took an interest through him. I how to edit videos. And then one day I decided to make edits of Gaelic football videos and hurling videos on YouTube, because when I remember looking them up, there was none. Whereas if you looked up football, there'd be loads of Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo. I was like, why is no one doing this for Gaelic football and hurling? So I got clips together. I was around 14, I think, when I started, 13, 14. I threw them up. I think I threw one or two videos up. It was the best of hurling and best of football at that age. I left it for a while. I think I forgot about them. Came back and the videos... Well, for me, I think they'd blown up. Like, they had a good few thousand views.
Class. And
at that age, I'm thinking, oh my god, like my eyes lit up. I couldn't get over this. And the comments were like, we want to see more, Daragh. So I put more up. Then I started for the local Gaelic club, St. Colin Kills. I started editing videos for them, making good look videos for all the teams, and that's kind of how I got into the video editing.
It's a mental one.
So that's how I got in through the Gaelic. So that's how it connected. Kind of like my kind of, I liked editing. I always liked editing. But then when I started editing sports clips, I really enjoyed that. And then, COVID, same as yourself. I was kind of, from 14 to 18, I was putting out videos on YouTube kind of Gaelic football and hurling edits. But then I kind of just fell out of love with it. Wasn't really too passionate about it. And then through COVID, like I said there when I was younger, I'd always kind of wanted my own brand. Be an entrepreneur, come out with something, my own clothing brand, my own sportswear brand, and that's where I came back to YouTube and TikTok. TikTok came around, that was a big thing, and I started putting out clips.
You blew up on TikTok very quick, didn't you?
Yeah. I think that's what made me come back, because like I said, I think I was up until 18. I probably was uploading videos the odd time on YouTube. I just didn't really like it too much, and then TikTok came out. I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna be the first person. It came to me. Once again, I open my TikTok, I'm seeing edits of football and other sports, none in Gaelic. But I see an opportunity here, just like the YouTube. Let me put up edits of Gaelic football onto TikTok. I was one of the first creators to do it. And my TikTok blew up. And when I was doing that, I was like, holy shit, I'm actually getting a really big following on TikTok.
It's crazy.
I got 100k followers in about 6 months on TikTok.
That's nuts.
Which, to this day, it's mad. It's mad. I think I still have 100k, so I haven't really been doing anything in the last few years, but I was like, right, I'm blowing up. I've always wanted to be my own brand or something. I wonder if I create my own sports brand now, Gaelic football gloves, because I'm making Gaelic football content. and I make a really good pair of Gaelic football gloves. Because I remember Gaelic football gloves, like they're just a bit overpriced. A lot of them ripped. If I get a really good quality pair in, good supplier, and my followers, like they were loving the videos.
Yeah.
I'd really good support. So I was like, you know what? I'm sure that a few of them would buy my gloves. And sure, the gloves just ended up taking over, and like to a point where they were selling out constantly.
Yeah.
Black Friday was going mad. I was selling out every drop I got the gloves.
That's
and
crazy.
To this day, they're still doing very well. I've created a business out of it.
Just plug a restock now.
Yeah, restock now if you're watching. Should be out now. But if the gloves aren't sold out, because they do sell out very quick, gloves are restocked now. But yeah, that's how I got around to it, and the gloves kind of just took over really. I'm probably more known for my gloves now.
Yeah.
Than my videos.
That's it. It's like when people see it, they're like, "Oh, DK gloves."
Yeah. You're the glove guy.
Yeah. You sell guy gloves.
If I'm ever noticed, that's what people say.
Yeah.
But a lot of OGs, a lot of people, like some older bucks or people that are really hard, like die hard or hardcore GA fans will know me for the YouTube days and the early TikTok days where I just used to make edits.
Sick.
But yeah, bro, that's kind of how I kind of got into it. I know my story, I rambled on there a good bit, but
no, that's your story, bro. It's a good one.
Yeah, that's how because like I could easily just say, oh yeah, I just came up with a glove brand during COVID, but really it's all interconnected to when I was younger and making videos. And that's how I connected them together. So that's why I think it's always great to have different aspects to your business, which will make you stand out. Yeah. And mine was my social media, where I was editing videos and then tying that in with my brand and able to sell the product.
And what type of challenges, if any, do you think you faced when starting?
Challenges with the DK Sports line. With DK Sports, challenges I've faced. Definitely, like, I've learned so much along the way. So there's like I said, paying your taxes. It's all right. I suppose that's a really easy cop out answer, but I suppose just managing all aspects of the business
side.
I've learned so much, like the business side. Yeah.
Like you started in your first year college, was it?
It would have been
20.
I think it would have been end of first year in college. Second year. I think it was in the summer between first year and second year in college.
Yeah. I think in first year I did it would have been. Yeah, you started the year before I started because I did an assignment on your company. Remember that? Do you remember that? I did an assignment on your company. I think it was marketing, something to do with marketing. Yeah. Because I was talking about how you have like so many followers or whatever. Yeah. And because you're using your social media, so yeah. There you go.
Thanks, bro. Yeah,
fanboy.
There's actually been a few people, like I think a lot of the lads like that I know, like yourself. I think there was one another fella from our course who ended up skipping the internship and going to the final year. And then another fella from another business course, like I'm just mates with. Yeah. Actually, just asked, like, I've done like their business projects on me, which they're probably just a cop out because I'm their mate and everything. But it's kind of cool.
It's still nice to be considered.
It's cool. Like, it's something, like I said, I'm passionate about my business, and it's great. I'm sure there'll be loads coming for yourself.
I don't know.
It's the start. You'll have loads of young fellas now asking if JD cuts the bits because your business is so interesting in the way that and how you've changed it.
Yeah, no, it's been a mad, especially this year. I think it's just like through the roof. It's been a mad year for me.
Social media aspect, man, like it really does change. And I think you'd agree with me here. Like, social media is a great way to grow your business.
It's nuts. It's the best tool.
The only thing you have to put in is your time and effort. You know, like obviously yes, equipment, but if you have your iPhone here, pick it up. Start putting videos together. You're only going to get better at it. Yeah. So you might be like, oh, I'm not too sure this looks pretty shit. Yeah. Like this video of my TikToks. But if you put enough time and effort and you're willing to learn, same way with your business, if you put that into content creation, you can really learn. Yeah. The CapCut there, it's easy enough to use. You can master that.
Do you know what the maddest thing is as well? It's always the videos you don't put any effort into that blow up.
It is, guys. Honestly, like some videos like there is some videos you'll be like, right, that is a bit of a banger. Like, it'll do well, like the quality of it and stuff. But there's some other videos that'll blow up like a lot, and you've seen it as well. I think on both of our TikToks, and you're like, I did not expect this to blow up. Like
even say for the protein bar when we went out to Dublin, brought all the equipment, like camera, full setup, do the hair, mics, everything. Yeah, right, fair enough. Got 300k views. That's serious. Like delighted with that. Then I did a buzz cut. Like a last minute cut on one of my customers. He was like my last customer tonight. He had long hair. I was like, he wanted to get a buzz cut. So I was like, right, relax there, I'm going to record this. Made the video. A couple of edits in there. Just TikTok, simple edits. Like, I think it's like 500k now. Man. You know what I mean? And that was just like a last minute thing, not even planned. So it's mental how it works. Just
it just really is the power of it. So that's why I
Yeah.
say, like, if you're using social media for your business, like, don't give up. Keep posting.
Yeah.
It's consistency, really. It's really like hard work, consistency, and you'll get your chance. It's like anything in life. If you work hard enough, you're consistent enough, you'll get that gap.
Yeah.
You'll get that chance. You don't know when it's gonna come. It comes some people very early. Some people blow up early. You know, some people blow up later. But I tell you, if you're working hard, and you
Biggest
keep at
thing
it,
is consistency. And
consistency.
everybody, even the last 2 TikTokers that we had on this podcast, they said the same thing. I posted every day.
Yeah.
So that's it's the way it is.
And listen, I know I'm dusty now. Like I did blow up like 100k in 6 months, but like I remember when I did get to that 100k, I was uploading every single day. I was going live the whole time. I was fully going at it.
You're pumping it.
I was pumping it, yeah. And like since I've stopped, kind of, even if I put up a good few quality videos, like I don't really post anymore, and you can see like I haven't really grown at all on social media terms. So that really is the trick to it, guys. And obviously putting up good quality stuff is going to help you accelerate your growth even more.
Exactly.
You know, I don't think we're the most qualified to talk about it, but like that's
No.
just from experience talking to other people and small growth we've seen ourselves. You know,
Defo. But even for me, it's not like I don't really need a lot of followers. Like obviously that's great, but what I really need as for my business is just be fully booked. It's like
a loyal customer
like,
base.
it turns into like you could have 100,000 followers and no customers. Do you know what I mean? So even if you only had 1,000 followers but you had 600 customers, then you're laughing. Like, you know what I mean? For me anyway, and similar enough for you because you're selling a product. Like,
yeah,
but
it's two different aspects. Like you're a barber, so you want loyal customers, and obviously I think it's great. I think there's definitely something in the pipeline for you to monetize other ways through social media.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's loads of barbers like Vic Blends and other people
Yeah,
who've gone so big, and I think that's going to come into lots of careers. Like you can do social media and mix it in and make money on the side.
Transferable skills.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, but what challenges did you say? So for my business challenges, I just say probably balance. And I know I was saying it's great to be consistent there, but probably staying consistent. You know, you're going to go through days where you're not motivated. You kind of not give up. Like you'll always, like, I love my business, but some days are just not, like, I don't know. This is the challenge I face. You're probably different because you seem like you've been flat out for the last 2 years. But yeah, there's just been times where I'm kind of like, I don't know now. It's tough.
It's hard, yeah, it is. And that's another thing probably like that people wouldn't see. Like, it is very hard to run your own business or to do, like, to especially take the first step in things that you're not sure of. Like, you couldn't go to someone and go, how am I going to go about this? Like, you were probably the first person to do it. Like, for me as well, being a self-taught barber, like, at the time I didn't have many people I could go to and ask, you know, can you show me how to do this? Can you show me how to do that? Or like the likes of posts on social media. I wasn't familiar with anything like that, so it's hard to take that first step. But it's great, like, when you do, like, step outside your comfort zone. Like, that's when you really 100%. Grow.
That's why you're gonna grow as well, stepping outside your comfort zone. But yeah, I'll just say, you know, like I say, going at it, staying consistent. That's probably been the hardest thing for me. And like, it's the same. You've probably seen it with my social media. I've come in purple patches and posted and stuff. So for me, it's just staying consistent and focused. But like I said, we've also gone through college and had jobs and stuff.
We've been extremely
listen,
busy.
I don't try to be too hard on myself, but yeah, I think if you do want to be, that would be probably one of the hardest things I've experienced or had to learn or deal with.
It's just like, it's like carving your own path. Like, I mean, it's not like something that you can read. You can't read a book and go, right, I know what to do now.
Yeah.
You know, when you're doing your own thing or you're an entrepreneur, like, you're really learning on the job. Like, it's.
I suppose our businesses as well, like, it's probably rare or maybe not so rare. Like, I'm the only person employed in my business. Like, yeah, I will get the odd graphic designer person to help me out if I need a certain help with something, or website developer. And you're the same, you know. Yeah. Like, it's just you yourself. You know, you don't have any other barbers employed at this moment. But yeah, it's you're kind of just working by yourself, and you kind of have to push yourself. Really,
like, you have to show up every day. You have to show up every day. Like, it's so performance based. Like,
that's what I mean.
It's just nuts. Like,
showing up every day.
Yeah, you can't slip up. Like,
Thanks for watching the first half of this episode.
If you'd like to listen to the rest, head over to our Spotify. Link is in the bio.